Welcome to all the Jaguar enthusiasts, classic car enthusiasts. Just want to put a quick update onto the one for the XKs and show you what I've been up to with the gearboxes and the parts that have to go back to the UK. I'm using SNG Barrett, not because they're any better or any cheaper, but they have the biggest supply of things, and for me it's better to get it in one place. They are pretty good, I have to say, though. As long as you don't use the stuff and you put it back into the plastic, they'll pretty much return it, so they are good. Anyway, and tomorrow for the Mini guys I'll do another update on the Mini, show you where the window's out and all the other bits and pieces. Anyway, for the XKs, I did a couple of videos a few days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, and it was the kind of top 10 tips for classic car buying, and somebody wrote me a message which I thought was quite comical, and I've actually heard this before, but it was a guy in Ove in Norway, and he said one of the things you forgot about was a very patient wife or partner, which is very true, because if you have restoration, or if you have car restorations to do, they do tend to get left out a little bit. So yeah. There was a guy years ago wrote a book, and he said in his book, which was a very good comment, he said, not only do you need a partner that's kind of going along with you, but also that they don't have access to your bank account details, which is very true. It can get very expensive. Anyway, so I'll pick it up. I'm going to show you the gearboxes. Now on the white car, Johann's car up in Vienna, this had a manual four-speed box. It was a slightly later car. It was a 58, but slightly later. And mine's quite an early car, but mine had an overdrive unit on it. But we are changing both the boxes and putting T5 new boxes on them. And obviously we'll keep them. Hopefully we never sell the cars, but if we do, or somebody after some period of time, somebody would like to put them back to original, they're still there and they seem in good order. Anyway, I'll pick the camera up and let you have a look and show you a few things. So here we go. So this is what I've been doing today. So you can see this is my gearbox. You can see there's the, I don't know if that will show up or not. Yeah, perhaps that'll show up better. You can just see the number on the side, which corresponds exactly with what it is on the heritage certificate. And you notice JLS, and JLS JS refers to the fact that it's got the overdrive unit on, or basically it's a 5th gear. When you look at his gearbox, you can see that again it's matching number, but you can see the big difference. If you look at the back of that tail shaft, you can see this is where the drive flange is, and when you look on this one, you can see how far out the difference is quite. So basically, everything from there to there is completely different for the overdrive unit. This one is a switch type. You can see there's a solenoid there for it, and there were 2 different types. There was a electrically operated switch, which is the one I have here. And there was another style where you had a second handle which you pushed in, and they were quite rare. In fact, I can show you, because I don't have one, but I can show you in this book what we're talking about. As you can see, this is the unit that I have here with the solenoid, and basically it's just a plunger going down to or being pulled up to operate the 5th gear, or the overdrive unit, which essentially is a 5th gear. And the way this worked is you didn't take it back out. When you went into with this one, you just flicked it back out of overdrive, and then this is the same one but a slightly bigger picture. And this is the one which was manually put in, and obviously that rod there, you operated this lever and it pushed either the solenoid, this some kind of shuttle up or down. To change it, but this is quite rare. I think it actually says there, this is a very rare option. This is the book that I've been talking to you guys about, and this is Jaguar XK150 Explored by this guy Bernard Wyatt, And I have to say, it is quite an expensive book, but the detail in it is absolutely incredible. The drawings are just first class. There's very few pictures in it, but the actual drawings and the information is just a second to none. Absolutely superb book. So if you're doing an XK 120, 140 or 150, you can buy one of these explored books for every one of the XK examples, and I mean really worth the weight in gold. So like I say, now these boxes will just be stored because we're not going to use them. As you can see, I've taken the bell housings off both of them. Before I go over and show you the other equipment, this is something else. This is obviously the rear braking system of an XK 150. The XK 150s, if I'm right in saying, were the first ones to come with all-round disc brakes. And this obviously very similar to the E-Type in a way. This is the handbrake mechanism on top. This one is not as adjustable as the E-Type is. The E-Type has a ratchet inside, which and a nulled nut, which makes it adjust. And these pistons, which is 2 on each side, are quite a bit different. They look very similar to the outside, the Dunlop, but actually they're not. This piston inside has this dome on it, which normally the E-Type doesn't have, and then it's got this little countersunk piece to go onto the piston. And what happens with this is these something I've not seen before. This is like a rod that goes in either side, and keeps this piston, not only keeps it straight, but works onto the pad, so you could actually adjust the pad a little bit. And they're kind of like almost like a helicoil that's on them. And this is another situation where it's an exchange unit, from what I understand. I don't know if they're reproducing it or you just get these exchanged or reworked or new pistons made. So that's something I need to find out for, and I will let you know. But anyway, to go on, so yes, you can see, so this is what's going back. So what I've done is I've put these tags on each thing to show what the engine number, the chassis number is and what it is and so on, because we want to keep them parts separate. So the only thing that'll happen now to these two engines is the inlet manifolds that come off, because they're both going to be S specification. I'm lucky enough to have a 4.2 straight port head and the 3 HD8 carburetors that you need. All I need is the manifolds. Johan doesn't have that, so they're going to have to buy a second-hand one or get one from somewhere, and the carburetor, so the cost is going to be much higher. But we both want S spec. So then the radiators will be redone. You can see we've taken off the bell housing, and I've kept the bolts with it for the new T5 box, the steering rack and the servo. But I think what will show up here is if you look, this is just the cover for the, if you look at the condition of that bell housing and you look at the condition of that servo on the white car, and then you look at mine, you can see how bad and the difference. You can see the difference in the way it looks. I mean, they're going to both be refurbished anyway, but it just shows you how nice this white car is. But it was a lot more money. It was £15,000 more than mine. Anyway, so that's what we're at. The next thing now is this is my back axle, and this is Johan's. But I'm waiting now for a 38mm socket to get that nut out of there, so I can take these bearings out. So I've got it stripped ready to go. Anyway, it's getting up to the 9.5 minutes, and I know the camera's going to go off. So thanks for watching in. I hope you enjoyed the update, and I'll talk to you tomorrow when I do the Cooper update. Take care, have a nice weekend, and bye for now. Bye.